Welcome to the Week 6, Module 6 introduction and overview. This covers what you will read concerning perspectives on religion, particularly Buddhism. This module, as you remember, back in the on-campus version of the course, we discussed Buddhism and the Four Noble Truths and the Eightfold Path. We're going to look at a film representation of this religion and the life of Buddha. This film is... I have mixed emotions about this film because I think the parts that are about the life of Siddhartha are great. And I think Keanu Reeves is the best filmic Buddha we've ever seen. He does an excellent job playing the part, and that part of the film is great. But unfortunately, there's also the other part of the film, which is dealing with a young boy whom these Buddhist monks, believe may be the reincarnation or the re-embodiment of one of their leaders who has passed away. So that part of the film is kind of not so great, and but anyway, that's just my opinion. You may like it, but really what we're looking at is the part of the film that deals with Buddha. And so you're going to read an article that is actually an interview with the producer, and that's going to give you some insight into how they approached casting and filming Buddha. And so that part is interesting because this is a work of art. I mean, some people don't want to go so far as to claim film and cinema as art, but it is. It's truly artistic expression. It so much comes down to how they decide to film. Even the film technique, you'll notice, is there's an artistic perspective. It's kind of blue almost always whenever it looks at the life of this young guy, this young kid and his family living in Seattle. I think it is Seattle. And it's kind of has this blue overtone. Well, why? Well, if you understand kind of what we were saying about attachment and the material world, it's kind of cast in this sort of depressing light, and there's even a part in the film where the suicide's an issue, and I think that's intentional. But then when you get to the scenes that are about the life of Buddha, it's very bright, very when they're outside, but it's you see there's two entirely different ways of filming. They even use different films. So I think they use 6mm to film the scenes with the life of Buddha. All of that's mentioned in the article, and that's why you're going to read it. I want you to understand that this is an artistic representation of an ancient religious figure that, apart from the religion, we don't know too much about. So watch the film. Think about some of the things you've read in the article as you're watching the film, and then when you come to the discussion for this module, you're going to explain how the Four Noble Truths are shown in the film. So try to think of the particular scenes that illustrate each of those truths. Refer to the interview with Storaro. Discuss how the director chose to represent the life of Buddha, what care or attention was devoted to how Buddha's life was portrayed and represented, how important was historical representation to the filmmakers. Your initial post, again, must be 300 words and must include direct quotes from the reading and the film. You must also post 2 separate responses to 2 separate peers of at least 150 words. And in your follow-up, again, I encourage you, clearly agree or disagree. Critically engage your peers. Don't be general and effusive or overly agreeable. In fact, I encourage you to disagree. I like disagreement. I think civil dialogue based on disagreement is one of the things that is important to the human experience, and I feel like we're losing it in the world today, and you probably heard me say that already in this course, so maybe we can be the ones to salvage it. So disagree, that's great, but be civil, be thoughtful. That's what we want. Then you again are going to write a film review based on Little Buddha. Okay, well, that is the overview and introduction for Week 6, Module 6, Perspectives on Religion, Buddhism.